So, yeah, I thought this.
Wow, look at that, eh? Cloud seeding can slash hail damage claims by up to 50%.
Yeah, and this is
This looks like a while ago. Oh, that's just recently. Wow.
silver iodide aerosolized with pyrotechnics can make hail smaller and less damaging. Seems to be working great. I mean, here's a picture of dude sweeping the glass. This is obviously stock photo.
No, but they're not saying it's been going on.
That was the bad one in 2020. Remember when Omar's house got trashed?
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll say down here, it's not new, but we're getting better at it. And that could take a chunk out of those pricey insurance claims. Most studies find anywhere from a 10 to 50% reduction in overall hail damage claims as a result of cloud seeding. Andrew Bryce told the Calgary Eye Opener in a Friday interview. Bryce is the chief pilot and project manager at the Alberta Hail Suppression Project, an annual program that runs between the start of June and the middle of September. July is our peak season, typically, Bryce said. There he is. There's the guy spraying shit into your skies. When we have hailstorms, this is the most likely time to have it. Typically, our forecast is 2 or 3 days in advance. The models we run have a lot of variability, so we can't predict terribly far out for severe hail. There's a group of seasoned experts who bring the project to life. We have got a team of 13 pilots, 5 aircraft, and 5 meteorologists with a dedicated radar section. This sounds expensive. The meteorology,
I think it was $5 million a year from the insurance companies about 8 or 10 years ago.
The meteorology team comes up with our forecast for the day, and then they monitor the radar station 24 hours a day all summer. They identify any potential hail threats within our protected area, and we will launch the aircraft to that. And that's where the flares come in. We aerosolize the silver iodide using pyrotechnics. I mean, that sounds like chemtrails, doesn't it? We aerosolize
it's just small plane chemtrails. It's not like the big jets.
We aerosolize the silver iodide using pyrotechnics. We don't fly directly into the main storm. We fly around through the feeder field of the clouds that are developing into the main cell. The goal is simple. We are trying to improve the efficiency of the freezing process so there are more small stones that will cause less damage when they precipitate out of the cloud. But I mean, they've been doing this for how long? And people are saying they're seeing the biggest hail they've ever seen.
Well, and what's the other effect? Like, I want to know what the effect on our weather is, or does it affect the coast or the states over, the provinces over, or whatever? Like,
trying to manage the size of hail is one piece of the puzzle, while understanding hailstorms on a macro level, well, it could definitely be causing droughts through forecasting and targeted warnings is quite another. So here's an article from 2014. Alberta's cloud seeding pilot sees second busiest year in 20 years.
Oh my God. So it's been going on since 84. No, 94?
94 at least.
94.
That's where Julie and Brimley on the Northern Hail Project come in. The idea is to better understand the number of storms and how big they are. We're also flying multiple drones with specialized cameras that fly behind hailstorms.
You know what I mean? When we had Judith Curry on, she didn't think that like this weather modification affected the weather at all, or like the models. But I mean, if this is going on here and elsewhere in the world, like, how do you know that spraying all this stuff to suppress whatever weather system you're trying to suppress or change, that doesn't have a knock-on effect or a butterfly effect downstream?
Northeast Calgary experienced Canada's most costly hailstorm in June 2020. So 25 years into this thing that we had the worst hailstorm ever. So about 70,000 insurance claims were filed, costing roughly $1.4 billion. This one's going to be close to
that. Did they say how they missed this one? I mean,
no,
or how it didn't work?
This would have been before this storm, but let's click on this 2014 article here and see what it says. I mean, now we're into the rabbit hole. Alberta's cloud seeding pilot see second busiest year in 20 years. So this is from August 22nd, 2014. Hailstorms in southern Alberta are happening more often and with more intensity. Hailstorms have been pelting Alberta, but this was before that narrative, I think, right?
No.
Fronts have been pelting Alberta, but some say the damage could be far worse. Fighting hailstorms in Alberta is getting a whole lot busier, according to the people behind the Alberta Hail Suppression Project. Of course it is. They're not looking to put themselves out of business. I mean,
our handler James knows some of these pilots. He's going to take us up for a flight.
What happens if we click on this link now? Oh, weathermodification.com is currently unable to handle this.
Wow, what? Dude, we were just looking at that site not too long ago. Why is that down?
I don't know, but it's down.
Maybe it's too obvious of a name for a website like that. Like you should have called yourself weathermodification.com.
In 2014, they were paying $3 million a year to lessen the impact of hailstorms. Look, there's the fucking plane with all the spray things on it. I mean, this is it's almost too much. So there's a clip here. Should I play it? It's 10 years old.
Sure.
We weren't onto this at this point. So
well, yeah, we were very shortly after.
Yeah, we would have
2015, maybe. Yeah.
But it wasn't in the election.
It has been one of the busiest seasons. It has been one of the busiest. Our Evie Cuervo takes us to the Didsbury Airport, where the Alberta Severe Weather Management Society is headquartered.
This is the storm track before seeding and the storm track after seeding.
August 7th was a busy day for meteorologist Dan Gilbert and his team. 5 supercells popped up on their radar, the plan to seed all of them.
The amount of energy in a thunderstorm is similar to a nuclear bomb.
The storm hit Airdrie the hardest, deemed catastrophic with golf ball-sized hailstones. The cost, more than $25 million.
We have seeded over 92 hailstorms this summer on 29 days, and it is right now our second busiest summer.
This season could beat all others. The August 2012 hailstorm remains the most expensive in Alberta's history, but some say that number could have been a lot higher if not for cloud seeding.
In spite of costing the insurance industry $500 million, our data suggests that
This is giving me heavy vaccine vibes.
Yeah, totally.
Like they're making the hail worse, straight up.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I was like, so it doesn't seem to be working in general.
Yeah, this is worse and worse. The bill's getting higher every time.
Worse.
Nature's like, fuck you. You're not going to stop us.
Wait, you can't step on that one. This is an important little fucking soundbite here from the CBC. The CBC.
Planes spray silver iodide into the clouds to break down golf-sized hail before it hits the ground. The ride up there, intense.
And you're bouncing left, right, up, down, and all of a sudden you float off your seat again, and you're about to come out, you stop, pop by the cloud, and you hurry up and look for the next one.
For sure.
There have been concerns about the chemicals used and its effects on the environment.
There is absolutely nothing to indicate that it's harmful to the environment.
And they say there's nothing to suggest it also changes storm tracks.
Lightning.
Today, some of Calgary's insurance brokers...
At least they did a nice presentation in Buddy's fucking living room. There it is.
Fund the project. Got to look at what their $3 million pay for.
The last 5 years have been the busiest for the group, and they expect the work will only increase as weather patterns continue to show volatility.
Dude, I'm going to start a fucking Indian thing where I'm going to like rain dance to stop stuff, and I'm going to get some...
That's a good way to do it. That's a great idea. Indigenous storm watch or something, or like Indian hail suppression.
I like Indigenous storm watch.
Indigenous storm. No, it's got to have like rain dance in there somewhere too. There's got to be a good acronym with IRDW. ERDW or word, maybe like
hail hopping around Indigenous something.